Hello, everyone. My guest today is Brian Ouellette. He's helping you add red hot referrals from your top clients quickly with his company, AskMyAdvisor.co. Brian, you ready to take to the top?
Yeah, yeah. Good
I'm
to
glad.
good to uh good to
I'm
talk with
glad.
you.
I'm glad you're here, man. So, hey, is this a SaaS tool or an agency?
It's a SaaS tool. It's actually yeah, I mean it's my first delve into this. So I've learned a whole lot since September. Rolled this out September 12th, started building this thing out about 6, 7 days a week, working with my I got an awesome programmer in India. So I've learned about the 12 and a half before daylight savings time, but 13 half hour time difference, which is I didn't know they were on the half hour in India, so that's been interesting to deal with. But yeah, I've been working on this straight since September 12th.
That's great. So, it's just launched September 2020. And what are you selling?
So what this is, just maybe give a quick snapshot of my background,
Yep.
kind of how I got here, give like a 60-second background. So my background originally through college, out of college, was financial advisor. That's what I did in college. I worked, moved to Chicago after graduation, worked on the Chicago Board of Trade, which is now enrolled up since then, but got my license out there, began building my business. Wanted to spend away. I'd always grown up in Seattle, spent some time away, got back to Seattle. Payne Weber brought me on, worked there, and was a financial advisor for a decade. In that time, we had the crash in 2000, so I ended up selling my book in 2004. Kind of lost my taste for the business a little bit in 2000, probably three-ish. And I'd been kind of watching the internet going on, and so I wanted to do something online. So I started a company in 2004, left the business completely did a different industry, started a sports apparel company that I still run to this day. And that's an angel and private equity fund invested company that's been running since 2004. 2010, I had a sports agent buddy of mine who was developing a database of sports agents. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I never thought about tapping in that market when I was a financial advisor. We're up here in Seattle, and we had that first wave of Microsoft retirees. So that was really the focus for financial advisors. Well, as I learned more, most of these athletes, Sports Illustrated reported about 60% of these athletes conservatively were going broke in retirement. And I had no idea the number was so high. So I spent about 3 weeks at that point in 2010 researching the industry, and I realized, you know what, this is a great opportunity. I'll partner up with a sports agent. He's got the database.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sell it to financial advisor. So I launched Pro Athlete Direct. Well, as I've been doing that the last 10 years and working with a lot of retired athletes turned financial advisor, a lot of Olympians, gold medalists, all this stuff. And then Barron's Top 100 advisors, a real elite group of financial advisors. I'm looking, sports agents are a great center of influence, but you've still got to develop the relationship. And not only that, there's only about 2,500 of them who actually have clients, right? Even though there's 10, 15,000 that say they're sports agents.
Brian, don't bury the lead. What do you work? So
Yeah.
tell us what you're selling now.
So what happened? So I began to realize that your best center of influence is not these sports agents, though they're great. It's your top 10 to 15 clients. And your top 10 to 15 clients already have a reach of thousands of people. What happens as a financial advisor, you're not typically going after those clients like you can. So what Ask My Advisor does, it's a Q&A platform. So Q&A is the best way to quickly identify what a problem is, and then the advisor can provide a solution. So rather than deal with all this back and forth, you immediately identify what a problem is, and you can provide a solution.
So are you a marketplace? You're taking a cut in the middle when you connect them?
No, so this is completely separate. So the SaaS part of this, the app itself that we've created, it creates within less than 15 minutes a landing page, a Q&A landing page for the advisor to share with their top 10 to 25 clients, nobody else, okay? Once they have that, they're invited to share it with people in their life that have questions. And this is where the connection makes. So with these financial advisors, and not just our clients are accountants, attorneys, financial advisors, realtors, this is a place to make a connection. So the key thing with developing any client base, you have to have a connection. In a relationship, we get all different ways, but at some point there's a connection. We are a connecting company.
Got it. And so what do these folks pay you to launch these landing pages?
Okay, so we're just rolling out now. So I've got people just beta testing this right now. We're brand new. So
how many beta testing?
We're young. We've got about 7 people beta testing this.
And how'd you find those beta testers? Those are always hard folks to find.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years. So I've got, existing financial advisors that were, have been clients of mine already. I had a high renewal rate with Pro Athlete Direct. So those are using them. I got close, confidants of mine, friends of mine that are using it. And then some people in the real estate, 2 people in the real estate business using it. And I'm only targeting those 4, accountants, attorneys, financial advisors, realtors with this
And when do you plan to launch?
out of the gate.
When do you plan to launch pricing?
So we've got pricing already built in, and now what I'm talking to is my strategic partners. So my strategic partners are going to be. I've had a good luck over the last few decades of getting earned media.
Well, hold on, Brian. I don't want to move away from pricing. I don't want to move away from pricing. So you already have pricing up. So what is the pricing today?
So pricing, it's an annual access fee, which is $14.97 for the year, and then the monthly fee is $147 a month.
Okay.
And what we're doing?
Are they paying? Are any of these beta testers paying yet?
Beta testers are simply we're testing the crap out of this app, making sure it's second grade easy. It's designed to be second grade easy, but these things, like I said, this is my first delve.
So you've put pricing up, but no one has paid yet, but you're ready to accept paid customers.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got the 7 folks from your background around your network. Now, big question I have for you is, it sounds like you're sitting on a rocket ship with this apparel company that's PE backed. Why are you now launching a side project with AskMyAdvisor?
This is not a side project at all. This actually is my main project. Here's the problem with an apparel company. You got to make a hard good, right? So everything I'm making is in Shenzhen, China. There's cost involved with it. There's shipping. There's all these expenses, right? I moved to coaching, which coaching is great. You build a coaching platform, you bring people in, but it's not as good as this is. What this is, I want to have by June 15th, I want to have 10,000 members in this. I want 2,500 accounts, 2,500 attorneys, 2,500 financial advisors, 2,500 realtors. And the idea is, once we build this in, once we bring strategic partners in, once we get the story out, the idea is we build the membership up of these elite advisors and bring them all together. Now, really the key thing, the software itself creates the landing page, right? So 15 minutes, you can have a landing page ready to share with your top 10 to 25 clients. The Pareto principle is true. Your top 10 to 25 clients account for most of your revenues with these advisors. And now they're able to share with people in their lives to have questions. The beautiful thing about COVID, it's brought up all these questions people have, right? So now you got a specific place to go and Q&A with the advisor and create those connections. Every member gets shoved into a network. We've built a network with this software. And the beautiful thing about this, originally what it was going to be was a Facebook group, right? So I'd roll everybody into a Facebook group and I'd run my coaching through there and conversations, people would talk. There's problems with Facebook, as you know, there's just certain things. I wanted control of everything. And I've got these, over the last 10 years, I've worked with the most elite advisors in the country. And I'm like, you know what? Forget Facebook. We built the Facebook group from the ground up. So literally,
Brian, why aren't more using it then? I mean, you've been doing this for decades. You only have 7 beta users and no one paying yet. Why isn't anyone paying?
I've been doing this for decades. The software I just built in September.
No,
so
but you have a network of decades.
Yes.
This should be you've only gotten 7 people from your network you built over decades to start using your new software tool. Why isn't there more?
No, that's a good question. So what's happened is I've gotten so into the development side of this. Like I said, since September, it's simple by design. You know this stuff. You know the space better.
How much have you spent on development so far?
It's 6 figures. I mean, it's a significant investment. And it's a 4-figure investment every single week on this thing developing. And that's been going since September 12th. And it's bootstrapped. It's solely bootstrapped.
So like 200, 300 grand, something like that?
It's a significant investment.
Mm-hmm. Does it make you nervous that you're putting all this capital in before you've got proof from a customer saying, I'm willing to pay for it?
Well, the good thing is it's not like I came into this and it's like, this is a good idea. I've been doing this for 10 years and then another 10 years as financial advisor. So I know exactly, I come from the space. And then from the other side of the table, I've been working with these people in the space. This is a need that needs to be filled. So this is not an improvement on something. This is a brand new opportunity that, here's the deal. Your top clients have always been your best referral.
Brian, I get the product. Like I know you keep describing the product. I totally am on board with the product. I get it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great products that fail because they get no customers because they have no distribution. Yeah. So why haven't you converted anyone to paid yet? You're saying all this great stuff. Why is nobody paying yet?
Yeah. I haven't rolled it out to pay yet. I mean, that's my issue. And that's one of the reasons. And you've had some the last couple of webinars have been really good because I've gone so into the development side. Now I got to sell this thing. I mean, that's really what this is. It's a part of why I'm on this call right now.
I'm just nervous for you. Like, I don't care how rich you are. I don't care if 300 grand into an MVP is expensive to you or cheap to you. I just hate spending money before you've got pre-sales. And this strikes me as this thing where I'm like, dude, stop spending on development. Like, how do you convert one of these 7 beta users and collect a credit card for $147 a month and get them paid and tell them you have it to them tomorrow?
Yeah. No, that's great. And that's right where we're at right now. I mean, the development side's taken, it's taken longer than I expected. Mm-hmm. And now it's time to sell this thing.
When do you think you'll have your first customer?
Like now, like right now. I mean, literally, it's more on my end. So now, like I talk about strategic partners, right? So now it's getting the story out, and now it's just
converting. Who is your ideal strategic partner?
So it's the earned media is big. It's something I've got a background in media back when I was a financial advisor. And then I've just gotten earned media over the years quite well. So the idea is that's a great one. I love third-party endorsements, getting out there and getting the story out there. The other one is key people that are working with these existing advisors now.
Can you name some of these? Like, be specific.
Well, all the major financial publications are the ones I'm comfortable with. So those are the ones I've either talked about me before or I've got relationships with already. So that's who we're talking to. Financial Advisor Magazine did a piece in October, and then I'm talking to those media sources, and then I'm talking to a lot of the associations and a lot of the people directly tied to my ideal customer. I'm also in my third round of compliance with a major. I'm not going to say who it is because I know you're going to ask me. It's one of the top investment firms that we're rolling through compliance right now. Mm-hmm. And the beautiful thing, I know how compliance works. It's tough, right? It's the place great marketing ideas go to die on contact, right? This is built simple. This whole app I built knowing the compliance issue. So getting a partner like that's got over 10,000 financial advisors, well, that would be a good customer too. And that model, that system, I take to them. Now I can start plugging in with all the accounting firms, attorney firms, financial advisor firms, and real estate firms.
We're running out of time here. Let me just understand the team. Is it just two of you guys right now, you and the developer?
It's all me, and I got my developer in India.
I see. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. And okay, when will you bring, like, will you ever hire someone full time, or do you think you'll build a fully remote dev team, mostly contractors?
This is the beautiful thing. You do something for 20 years, and you kind of see. I've created this to how I can manage a lot of the pieces of this. Once we get hundreds and thousands of members, and you bring people in to manage that. But this is designed to run itself. So like I talked about the network, the ultimate value here is the think tank I create within the network, which is that Facebook group on steroids we've created. I can have ambassadors from each of those accountants, attorneys, financial advisors, realtors that help manage that news feed and help manage that content. So I'm able to bring people in to run things. And it's a good scale. There'll be the need to bring people in. Yeah. But right now, this is designed to be simple. It's really designed to be simple.
If they're simple and no one's using it, it doesn't really matter. If they're simple and it's making you $100 million a year, then it's very interesting. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, Brian, let's wrap up with the famous 5. Number 1, favorite business book.
It's very good. I go back to Think and Grow Rich.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Well, I was just looking at, I'm sitting down here and I was looking at Jeff Bezos' house today. So Jeff Bezos is fascinating to me.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building a business?
AskMyAdvisor.
Besides your own.
I'm using Kartra right now for everything. So Kartra probably right now.
Kartra?
What
is that?
ClickFunnels competitor. Kartra is the Mike Filsame. He was the founder. He's not with them anymore, but it's like Kajabi and ClickFunnels.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
I'm a good 5.5 hours sleep guy.
That's good. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Married, 3 killer kids, and a dog.
Busy guy. All right. And how old are you?
Busy dude. What's that?
How old are you?
Fresh 49.
49. All right. Last question.
Baby.
What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
I wish I knew when I was 20. Oh, wow. That's a fascinating question, man. That's a long list. First thing would be, that's a better plan, better plan, better system in place of my 1 month, 1 year, 5 years out.
Guys, AskMyAdvisor.co, helping sell landing page creation software to open up Q&A dialogue in 4 specific sectors that he's been in really for a long time. Attorneys, accountants, these kinds of folks. He's pre-revenue right now, spending, call it 6 figures to build out the MVP, but a lot of confidence to use strategic partnerships to get those first paying customers coming in at $147 a month. Brian, we're rooting for you, man. Thanks for taking us to the top.
Awesome. Thanks, Nathan. Have a good one, man.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.